Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to ESPN3 coverage of AAU girls basketball. We come to you live from the HP Fieldhouse at the ESPN Wide World of Sports at the beautiful Walt Disney World Resort. It's time for the 2012 D1 National Championship between the Angels basketball and the Saratoga Sparks. Thanks for joining us, everybody. My name is Eric Cole, and I'm joined by the lovely Steffi Sorensen. Steffi, two talented teams about to go to action here with the championship on the line. What can we expect to see out there in viewership land?
Well, both these teams really love to get after it offensively. They can shoot the ball, they can play great defense, and whichever team can shut down the other team's shooters is probably going to win this game.
We'll have to see how that plays out as the Sparks and the Angels. We'll see how they got here through the semifinals. And they come up right here. You can see the bracket 57-50. Saratoga hands down the Orlando Comets Red a defeat 57-50. And on the other side of the bracket, the Angels basketball team had to come back from a double-digit deficit to win 49-45 to advance to this championship game here in the 11th grade Division I. Now it's time to bring let's support another member of our broadcast team. Let's hear from our good friend Michael Kane. Michael?
Thanks, Eric. Had the opportunity to talk to both coaches during the pregame warm-up, talked to the coaches and said, hey, what are the keys to the game for your team to walk out of here with a victory today? First, the Sparks head coach, Carlin DeMarinis. Coach DeMarinis said the most important thing for her team is to control the tempo. From the opening tip, she wants them to establish, hey, this is the style of ball we're going to play. Come and beat us. Most importantly, second, she said we got to play a transition style of defense. She loves the in-your-face, man-to-man. Every shot that goes up, she wants a hand up contesting it. And finally, she wants them to run, and then run some more. She likes the fast-paced, up-tempo game. We'll see if the Sparks are able to deliver. On the other side of the ball, the Angels, head coach Dennis Adu, said his team's got to focus on the perimeter defense. He's real leery about the outside shooting ability of the Sparks. So just like the Sparks head coach, he wants a hand up on defense in every shot. Says his team has got to win inside the paint, both scoring and rebounding. Wants them crashing the board after every shot, offensively and defensively. And finally, the Angels have got to stay out of foul trouble. Real short bench. They only suited up 9 girls for this game, and they play about a 7-person rotation. So that could be a factor late in the game, considering that run-and-gun style that the Sparks like to use.
Nice job goes out to Mike Kane. You can see the starting lineups there. Saratoga Sparks. You got Demand, Roland Rosales, Murphy, and DeGear. On the other side of the court, you got the Angels, Colby Morgan. You got Maggie Profit, Amber Donis, Caitlin Pratt, and their star for the Angels, Paige Prout. So here we go, Paige Hall. And there we go. We are off and running. Happy Sunday to everybody. Welcome aboard. This is the National Championship for the Division I of the 11th grade. And you can see if you're just joining us, the Sparks are donning the orange jerseys, while the Angels are in the white jerseys. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Steffi, these two teams have worked hard. They both played 3 games, 3-0 to get to this point. Should be a close match here.
Well, we're just talking to the coaches before the game, trying to pick out and ask them who was a player to watch. Each of them both had the opportunity to say one, but they could only give 1 or 2 or 3. They kept going and going, and that's why both teams rely so much on that balanced offensive scheme.
Speaking of balance, is a good player there. Number 23, Amber Donis, gets the first bucket of the championship game. Amber Donis, number 23, has received offers so far from Northwest Louisiana as well as Southeastern Louisiana. It's pretty darn good already, just being 11th grade coming into her senior year. Ball's in and out and knocked away by their big player, number 30, Paige Hall. Paige Hall, number 30, is one of their featured players. She has a conditional tender from Tulane University, so a great opportunity for Paige to move on the collegiate ranks in a couple of years. Nice entry pass right there off the glass. Count it. 4-0 your score. That's a good play right there, Steph.
Absolutely, and the Angels are so patient on offense. That's one thing that really makes their offense so effective, is because they will wait and they'll be patient and they'll find the open pass, and right there you saw exactly what they want to do offensively.
Good defensive pressure there for the Sparks, as they'll have 17 seconds to shoot. Thanks for tuning us in. Championship game between these two teams. Saratoga comes from the beautiful state of New York, and the Angels come from New Orleans, Louisiana.
And you have to pay close attention, number 24 on the orange team, the Sparks. She is their go-to shooter. They run a lot of offensive schemes through her. They look to drive and kick it out to her on almost every play if they can.
Nice entry pass right there off the glass, and again for number 10, Caitlin Pratt. Another player with a scholarship offer from Arkansas Little Rock.
And she's their energy player. The coach was very adamant about how athletic and physical, and right there you saw kind of her skill set, where she's able to catch the ball, turn and shoot without any hesitation, and that's one reason why she's one of their best offensive players.
Looks like the Saratoga Sparks are trying to get on the board for the first time this evening, and that does not happen. Angels looking to run down to Page Hall. Makes a little move off the glass and in, count it. 8-0 your score. That'll be a timeout brought about by the Saratoga Sparks. And you can see right there the head coach, Tamarinis, doesn't like the way this game is starting so far. Let's take a look here, Steffi.
And one thing you can't teach a player is size. And right there, Angels center Page Hall has tremendous size, and that's something you really can't prepare for if you're another team.
Let's listen in.
Let's go. Dominate this game. Let's go. On 3 Angels. 1, 2, 3. Angels. If they go zone, we're in green.
It's good luck right there. Thanks for Dennis Adu to be wired up for us. Great opportunity for these two teams, Stephanie, to be playing national on ESPN3 coverage right here at the beautiful ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Well, it's a tremendous opportunity for these girls, just not only for the experience, but for the exposure. You're playing on ESPN3. It's just something that they can always take with them. It prepares you for the college game. Being able to withstand the lights, the cameras, everything, all those things combined can be really hard for a player. And so it's really good for these girls to have that early on in their playing days.
Angels completely put the defensive clap down there. And they're looking to run again. 3-point shot off the back of the rim, no good. And a good board there by number 12 for the Sparks, Madison Rowland. Sparks looking for any momentum to get them started here, just underway here in the first quarter. Long range shot, no good. Angels looking to run. Nice pitch out right there in the corner. She holds it up, takes it out the perimeter. Another shot on the outside. In and out, no good. And there's going to be a foul on the play. That's going to go the other way. That'll be on the Angels. Looks like it'll be whistled on number 10, Caitlin Pratt. That'll be your first.
And you can see that both teams really not shying away from that long 3-point ball. And both coaches were very adamant about perimeter defense and who can stop the other team's shooters. And so if you're the Sparks, you've got to get on the board because you can't give the Angels any more space to build that lead.
It's a valid point. And also right now the Angels are on a run, 8-0 so far. Sparks try to get on the board of 3, no good. Loose ball, second best chance, off the rim 2 times. Double glass was called. They're on board, 8-2.
And that's a good sign. You need to see the ball go through the hoop, especially if you're the Sparks and you're an offensive team like they are, especially the shooters. They've got to see the ball get through the hoop, give them a little momentum going into the defensive end.
Angels trying to get to double digits for the first time. That shot's in and out, no good. And good pickup by the Sparks. Just fresh off their first bucket of this championship game. Good little spin move there, but a little out of control at the end. Angels with the ball. They're looking to run. All the way coast to coast, no good, but a second chance board. And a late whistle will call. That'll be 2 shots for the Angels.
And I really like the hustle by the Angels right now. Missing the shot, but the offensive rebound is crucial right here. Knowing that you can continue up that second effort and draw the foul and get to the free throw line is a really good sign for the Angels here in this first quarter.
Second chance boards are very, very important as number 10 will step the line shooting 2 shots. Caitlin Pratt. First one, nothing but the bottom of the net. First substitution for the Angels, number 30 will check out. And good look at number 24 coming to the game for the first time, Carly Keller. There's a nice look at Caitlin Pratt out of New Orleans. And they push the lead up to 8, 10-2 your score. Under 4 minutes of play in this first quarter.
Sparks really got to get something going offensively because defensively they haven't been able to get those stops. Offensively they've been kind of stagnant. They really rely a lot on driving, kicking out, even offensive sets as well. But they need to do something to get this team going, kind of rally the troops a little bit because they're down by 8 right now and they're not really in sync.
As Coach Tamarinis told us earlier in the night, great defensive help. It's had to be a complete team effort to beat the Angels tonight.
And that's a good start right there. That's a good way to attack the Angels defense. If you can't get shots going, get to the foul line. That's a great way to get your team more points on the board, stop the clock, slow down the game a little bit, and get 2 easy looks.
Yeah, to slow down the game I think is very vital right now, especially when you're kind of onslaught, a little bit of a run from the Angels. And that ball goes in. Good shot there, Bridget Murphy. Selkirk, New York. Look at these 11th graders. They're coming into their senior year. And some of the better players will actually move on and play in the collegiate ranks. And even if you don't move in, competitively in collegiate ranks, this is a great way to build team structure and good management skills for the rest of your life. 10-4 your count. Angels in the white jerseys, Sparks in the orange. This is for the Division I National Championship for the 11th grade for AAU. Good defensive help there for the Sparks, Steffi, to take that away.
You can see once the Sparks get that defensive energy going, they'll look to push it in transition. They're not afraid of doing that. And if they can draw fouls, if they can get to the line, pushing the ball in transition, they really like to go to that as well.
Here's a good look at the head coach, Demarinis, for Saratoga. That foul's going to go the other way. That'll be Angels basketball. Loose ball foul on the Sparks.
Caitlin Pratt again showing her toughness, athleticism, jumping over other players, rebounding the ball. And if you're the Angels, you have to love that energy that she brings to the floor.
10-4 your count. Angels looking to build on the lead with a long three from downtown and count it. 13-4. Nice shot there for number 22, Maggie Profit. Coach Adu said that is their best shooter right there, number 22.
Here, the Sparks, you've got to recognize she's the best shooter on the floor. You cannot give her an ounce of space or she will make you pay.
Off-balance shot for number 34 is no good. 9-point edge for the Angels, and they're on attack again. Pushing it up, she's feeling it. That time, no good. Board's brought down by the Sparks. Good look at this beautiful HP Fieldhouse here where the championship's being played. Welcome all our viewers out there watching this game live with us on ESPN3. Welcome aboard. Approaching the 2-minute mark here. Stephanie, what are you seeing so far?
Just a little bit of lackadaisical passes right there for the Angels. They've got to clean up those turnovers. Even though they do have a 9-point lead right now, they can cut back on some of those lazy passes. But overall, they're doing a good job offensively executing their set plays.
Off the glass and pretty play there for number 24, Sydney Rosales. She gets him on board, getting to 6, 13-6 your score.
And I want to see her do more of that. She's an effective scorer. She can do a lot of things other than just shoot threes. And right there you can see with the bank shot driving through the lane, she needs to get a little bit more touches offensively.
Players hit the floor, no foul. 120 and counting here in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters in the national championship. Nice pick by number 12 for the Sparks. Can she go coast to coast? And blocked away. An opportunity missed there for Saratoga. Angels go back. Number 23 takes a shot. That's short. And Sparks trying to run. On our good friend Michael Kane's point, the keys to victory. Long-range shot for number 24. Gets the bounce, drops for 3. They needed that. Sydney Rosales, you called it, and she answers.
She needs more looks, and she's a great shooter, and I'm sure coach is going to remind her exactly why they need to get her the ball. Let's take a listen.
Offensively right now, we are stagnant. We are just standing in one place. You cannot stand on one place. Do your point guards a favor and don't just stand there so they don't have to go 1-on-5. Ladies, you gotta play smart. Just move on them. They're overplaying on the wings. Backdoor, get them going and get
girls, control our tempo. Play our game. If we execute our plays, we'll be just fine. Let's go. Play our game. Sparks on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
Let's keep this one going. One possession.
Maddie.
It's good listening for the Sparks as the Sparks have missed 6 of their last 7 shots. But they're getting something going right here. With that being said, they're only down by 4 points, Steffi.
And that's kind of surprising the way they've shot the ball. They haven't gotten anything going offensively, but give credit to their defense because they haven't let this Angels team really go on a run. They've held them down. They've had some stops. The Angels have gotten some shots off, but a little bit slowed down. They've only got 13 points. Angels started off a little bit hot. They're going to hold the ball here with 20 seconds left in this first quarter, try to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, one of the keys for Saratoga is to control that tempo and play our ball. I mean, run, but you got to get the ball in possession to keep that. As Paige Hall has a lot of space down low, and she puts it off the glass, and then good-looking player that'll play for the Green Wave in a couple years.
There's a reason why they're offering her, because she has something that you really need, especially at the collegiate level, and that size and space, and she definitely draws a lot of defensive attention, one that the Sparks are going to have to find an answer for in the second quarter coming up.
Drawing the end of the first quarter, 5 seconds to go. Bounces in for number 25. Good play for Saratoga's LaShawna Tolliver. And that'll bring the zeros to the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. Angels 15, Sparks 11. You're watching continued 2012 AAU Girls Basketball Championship. Back with second quarter. Back in a second.
Right in the front.
That's like winning the lottery, dude.
Really?
I got that spot once.
Morning, Saint.
Hey, guys.
Hey. And the guy was about to go in, right? So I sort of duck under him,
right.
You know. Man, he pops out of the car. His chili is running so hard, right? I'm like, dude, it's a parking spot. Relax, right? It's no big deal. Slow day, huh?
I listen.
Man, I would kill for that schedule.
Me too, man. Oh, I'm telling you, me too.
Ride like a rock star at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Buckle up and hit 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds on Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. You will take off in a convertible stretch limo through the streets of LA, through loops, corkscrews, and more to get you to the concert on time. This exciting ride in the dark will leave you cheering for an encore.
Welcome back to the beautiful HP Fieldhouse of the ESPN Wide World of Sports. As the Angels have jumped out 15-11. Now let's talk about the passing for the Angels who effectively get that 4-point lead in that first quarter.
Well, it just really speaks to how unselfish this Angels team is, and the reason why they got that lead is because they were finding open teammates, especially in transition or even along the perimeter, making the extra pass and letting players knock down shots. It can really help your team build a lead and maintain a lead, most importantly.
Yeah, that was a good look for Paige Hall, but Saratoga hung in there and took that first punch. There was a big run for the Angels basketball squad, but they only hold a 4-point edge as we're underway in the second quarter. This is the D1 National Championship game for the AAU girls 11th grade. And it's the Sparks of Saratoga in the orange jerseys. You can see number 21 shoots it up and in. Bridget Murphy taking on the Angels basketball squad from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Coach Carlin in the huddle, when we got to listen in, she talked about one possession at a time. And if you're the Sparks, you can't get all the points back in one play. You've got to play solid defense and score in transition like you just saw there for the Sparks.
And a timeout called there by Demarinis of Saratoga. And she wanted to thank everybody out to the Sparks organization, that, and especially Section 2 of Saratoga, New York. They want to bring back the national championship. So if you're listening out there in Saratoga, New York, Coach says thanks for all your support. Michael Kane, you got something for us.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. During the between quarters, listened into both huddles. The Sparks head coach said they got to work on getting the ball inside more. In the first offensive possession they had in this quarter, that's exactly what they did. Worked it down low, got the basket. Angels, they got to work on tougher D. Coach Adu said he's not pleased with his team's defense, and they got to pick it up in the second quarter.
Michael Kane, nice job as always. Those are good points to find out there. We're live action here in the HP Fieldhouse. Good job, Mike. Resumption of play. Just underway here in the second quarter. Angels up 15-13. That ball's in and out. And that'll be Sparks basketball. Their chance to get even for the first time this evening.
And it's possession by possession. Even though it's only the second quarter, you've got to take care of the ball if you're the Angels. And like Michael pointed out in the huddle, they've got to take care of the ball, and most importantly, they've got to play better defense. They're letting the Sparks kind of do what they want right now, and especially when they're trying to go inside, they've got to make sure they up their defensive pressure a little bit more.
Nice pressure there for the Angels to get a jump ball possession. Possession earlier favors the Angels, so nice tie up there. Good look here, Steffi. Good defensive pressure.
And that's something that's going to really help your team when you're becoming stagnant on offense, is getting a defensive stop, especially a tie-up right there can really help your team defensively. Ball's knocked out of bounds by number 3, Jacqueline Welch, but who made that tie-up was number 13, Colby Morgan. We'd like to wish her a very happy birthday from ESPN Family Networks. Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Colby Morgan. Not a bad way to spend your birthday.
Good call there. Most magical place on earth, Steffi. Another tie-up. Now we're seeing a little defensive matchup on both sides. 15-13 your count here. 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Both teams just have to be much more stronger with the ball. Once they catch it, chin up, square, look at the basket. Don't let the other defender tie you up. You've got to be more strong with the ball.
Trying a shot going number 34. She gets a second chance, picks it up and count it. Alicia, Marcel, all tied at 15 apiece. Good second chance effort from Marcel. 3-point shot for number 23. Drains it for the Angels. Amber Donis. Good look.
I believe that's her second three already. And if you're the Sparks and you're climbing back into this game, you can't afford to leave one of the best shooters on the court wide open and let her have that shot.
Answer for Jacqueline Welch of Saratoga. Nice spot up. She saw it was open. She took it. She drained it.
Well, she's one of those players that comes off the bench, knows her role, knows that if she has an open shot, she needs to take it, and does a great job of knocking down that three-pointer.
Paige Hall gets a second chance rebound. That time she gets the whistle. She'll go to the line. She does cover some real estate. Tough young lady right there to defend. And she will continue to go after that ball. Good look at her at number 30. She'll step to the line for 2 shots. Good game so far. I think the first quarter both teams were kind of like filling each other out. It's a little game of ebbs and flows and some runs.
It is a game of runs. It's always been one team's going to start hot, one team might be a little bit cold. Both teams could be hot. Either way, it's always going to be a game of runs, and which team can withstand, which team will respond is always the team that will come out on top. And right now the Sparks have definitely answered to this Angels run that they put together in the first quarter, and they're really doing a good job now of attacking the Angels defense.
Paige Hall only able to knock down 1, so they go up 19-18. As Sydney Hansen, number 55, checks in for the first time this evening. Spark trying to take their first lead of the game, and they do. Nice dribble drive there off the glass and in for number 25. Lashana Tolliver. Beautiful move, Steffi.
It was just really good to see for the Sparks getting into the paint. That's something that's really going to help their outside shooting as well, but they've got to find an answer for Paige Hall, who continues to dominate into the paint for this Angels team.
You see, they're just going to keep feeding her the rock down low until someone can stop her, and that's what you got to do. Now it's up to Paige. She's got to knock down these free throws at the charity stripe. Good look at her right there. Lafayette, Louisiana, 6'3". She drills the first of 2. All tied at 20 apiece. Substitution for the Angels. Back on the floor is number 22, Maggie Profit. Talk to their coach. Best shooter right there, a pure shooter on their team for the Angels basketball squad out of New Orleans. So far, Paige Hall 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. Good game so far. Back and forth, 20 apiece. Good inside pass, but knocked away by number 15.
Good hands by the Angels on defense, but I really like the fact that the Sparks now are moving more offensively. Big reason why they've gotten back into this game, because they're starting to cut more, look for shots, driving to the basket, trying to get more shots offensively.
Sparks on the top of the point. Ball's knocked loose down on the floor. That'll be another jump ball, but this time it will stay with the Sparks. And actually, they'll correct it. That will say it'll be Angels basketball. Possession arrow was favoring that. Didn't change it out, so that's all right. Angels basketball, 20 apiece.
And the Sparks, you could see in the first quarter, a little bit slow offensively. They weren't making those shots. And a lot of time, when you're not making shots, you're standing. You're standing and watching. You're not moving. You're not cutting. All of a sudden, a few shots start falling. You move, you cut, and then more offensive patterns start showing, and then you can really get going offensively.
Angels trying to get back into that lead. And Coach Adu said he's been coaching over 10+ years in AAU basketball. He feels this is one of the most special squads he's ever coached. And the Angels, good line, sorry.
And you can see here, Angels, we talked about the passing. Great pass by number 22. And the ability to turn, catch, get fouled, and get to the free throw line. Good job right there.
Good shots by our camera crew out there, working hard all day today. Caitlin Pratt, number 10, out of New Orleans. History-rich city of New Orleans.
And she's been everywhere today for the Angels offensively. Defensively, she's been that energy, the spark plug that they've really relied on, getting to the free throw line, finding ways to help her team maintain this lead.
Good hustle play by the number 21 for the Sparks to get that rebound, Bridget Murphy. Back and forth game so far here in the second quarter. Angels started hot in the first quarter. Different story here in the second. Nice dribble drive play by number 21, Bridget Murphy, right on point.
Again, we talked about defense being such a key in this game. Both teams very balanced scoring. They don't have that one player they'll just go to every single time. And which team can get more stops is really who's going to win this game. And right now it seems that the Sparks are kind of using that defensive pressure to get them offensive plays.
Right on cue there, a nice defensive stop by the Sparks. They get a jump ball position. Possession error favors Saratoga, so they get the ball back. Substitution there for the Angels coming back in the game is Maggie Profit, number 22. Another jump ball. That's our 5th jump ball scenario here in the first half. That's why you get the ball back. That's counted as a turnover. There you go. Good luck.
It is a turnover, and it's just a little bit of lack of focus, not knowing where you are offensively on the court. If you're going to be into a trap, some of your other teammates have got to yell at you. They've got to communicate with you so you can eliminate that turnover, because you're giving the Angels the ball back, and they're going to make you pay.
3-point baskets in and out. Very good point, though, Steffi. I mean, you got to know where there's space. I mean, someone's open. You got to kick it out.
And that just involves communication. And even though you're on offense, you still have to talk. Usually you think defense, you've got to talk and let you know where your man is. But on offense, you've got to talk, if not more, just because the defensive pressure is going to be amped up right now for the Angels, because they're trying to get that momentum back that they've been missing. So for the Sparks, they've just got to communicate more.
24 pops it up, no good. Hustle play, we'll see what the call is. And it will stay with the Sparks. They'll get a fresh clock as well. 3:27 your count in the first half. See right here. Yeah, that was a bang play. Good call by the ref though. Fresh clock for the Sparks. She wants to kick it inside of the one. That's a long range shot for number 55. Good hustle play. And on the floor goes the Sparks, and another jump ball. Back and forth we go.
And you can tell both of these teams really want to win this game. They've been here for a while, almost all week, ready and waiting for this moment right here. And they're going to dive on the ground. They're going to fight for loose balls. And those 50-50 balls like we just saw, whoever gets more of those typically wins the game. It's something small, it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it's extremely crucial for the other team.
Yeah, those are hustle plays, the intangibles that win national championships. Long range shot, back of the rim. And no foul luck. The ball's on the floor again, and there's our jump ball.
How many jump balls is that?
That's 8.
I'm seeing a trend.
I'm seeing a trend. It's a good game so far. I mean, you see right now, these type of games, emotional games, close. These girls are playing for the national championship. This is the last game here at ESPN Wide World of Sports. And everybody's on the floor. These are going to be those hustle plays, though, Steffi, just as like you said. Got to get down on the floor. Every loose ball counts in this type of situation. Paige Hall almost gets the N1, but she just moves the pile, doesn't she?
She just has a way with that size in her body and knowing how to use it, and that's what makes post players so effective, because sometimes players have that size, they just don't know how to effectively use it, and Paige Hall does a good job just continually backing down her defender into the paint, and then at that point all she has to really do is turn and shoot, and she's right there by the rim.
So far she's 50% on the clip at the free throw line, in and out of that first. She'll have one more, trying to draw it up at 22 apiece.
I imagine that must be nice to just turn around and you're right there by the rim. I never really was around the rim much, height-wise.
Well, nevertheless, you've done well for yourself. Paige Hall, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. If she's going to get down low, she's got to make those free throws. 22-21, the Sparks and the orange jerseys have a 1-point edge. Approaching 2 minutes of play in this first half, the D1 11th grade national championship. That ball's knocked out of bounds, deflected, but the Sparks maintain possession with 9 to shoot.
The Angels being down by 1, continuing to go into Paige Hall has got to be your game plan, just because it's working. Paige Hall just has to knock down those free throws, and also defense helps too.
Look at that defensive play for number 23. She puts it up, no good, but good hustle play. Look at that second chance board. And there's Paige Hall to clean it up, no foul. And they're going to say it's going to go the other way. That's unfortunate. 3 offensive rebounds and a loose ball foul goes against the Angels. Saratoga basketball.
A missed opportunity for the Angels. They really had numbers right there to capitalize and take advantage of that turnover. Just unfortunately, they didn't have the best shot selection right there on that play, and Paige Hall picking up that foul.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in the first half. 8-minute quarters with a 5-minute halftime. You listen to ESPN3 coverage, AAU Girls Basketball Championship action. And that'll be a travel on the floor. Angels basketball. Thanks for tuning us in. My name's Eric Kohler and joined by Steffi Sorensen. Right now we're kind of deadlocked in terms of offensive production right now, Steffi. A lot of jump balls. Nothing's going down so far.
And I think the biggest thing they've got to focus on is transition. And that's getting the ball when you get a rebound. You've got to push it. You've got to find open players. People need to start running faster down the court, getting easier shots, because that's what can really get your team going.
Good hustle play for number 34, Alicia Marceau. She kicks it out to 12. No good. In and out. Angels on the run on the right flank. Puts it up. Good block by number 24 for the Sparks. Good hustle play. Sydney Rosales. Sparks on the run. The ball will be knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Saratoga. 1:10 to play, 25 seconds to shoot.
And that's not a bad pace. The back and forth, even though they're missing shots, both teams are playing good transition defense, but that transition game in general is what they need both teams to go to.
Yeah, that was a good swap by the Angels, number 10, Caitlin Pratt. Her second block of the game for Caitlin Pratt. So good defensive pressure. 1 minute to play. Sparks hold down a 22-21 edge as the Angels bring the ball across midcourt.
You can see Paige Hall catching the ball on the three-point line. I don't want her catching the ball right there. I want her in the paint, sitting, backing her defender up, posting up, making sure that she gets a look at the basket.
Kind of like a crazy shot put up, no good, but that'll be another jump ball as Paige Hall comes down with it. Possession arrow for the Sparks. Another possession change on a jump ball. Good look at Paige Hall right there. As it sits right now, Tulane would stay in the changing of the guard, Conference USA, but the way the landscape changes, that will be in a different conference. But hopefully she'll get a full scholarship ride and get a good education on the way. .25 seconds to play. Another pick by the Angels, number 23. Can she capitalize? No. But another jump ball is called between number 24 of the Angels. And that's another play right there, Steffi. Amber Donis with another pick, but she just cannot cash it in.
And these are plays that the Angels will look at going into halftime as missed opportunities. They have transition runouts. They're just not finishing shots.
And they feed her. That's how you cash it in right there. Nice play. Good recognition pass. Counted for Amber Donis. 10 seconds to play. Beautiful play.
Great play. And great find, especially on out-of-bounds plays. With time winding down, going into the halftime with a lead. Good job for the Angels.
Foul should be called there on Amber Donis, but she's had a couple picks so far. Just hasn't been able to cash it in on the other end. But that time, her teammates gave her one back. There's, you can see Donis a little too aggressive right there.
I don't mind fouls like that. I don't mind being aggressive, trying to make a play for your team. With 6 seconds left going to halftime, somebody's got to make a play going into it.
Let's listen in for the Sparks bench.
Okay, Sid, you're going to be in front of the ball. We'll have Madison take it out, and Bridge. We'll have Liz and Mick. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Sid, we've done this before. You're gonna pop out on ball. You're gonna screen up for Bridge. If Bridge is there, she's there, and then you're gonna end up taking it. But if not, we're gonna look for this long, okay? So we're gonna look for the screener. So Mick, you're screening for Sid. Got it? Girls, if it's there, it's there. And if it's not, pull it up. Bridge, you got 9 seconds.
We can't be doing any ball screens, because when we do, they're trapping. Okay, so you go away from the ball screen if you can, because then the girl's gonna be playing high and then fade away. Okay?
Yep.
Because otherwise it's not gonna be working. They're trapping every time.
Mick, I'm trying to bring your girl up so we can get this screen going. Let's go. Sparks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
Nice listening to Carla DeMarinis and assisted by Kelly Urbano. What can you take from that little listening right there, Steffi?
Who was a previous shooter in college. Anytime you're running a play called Screen the Screener, it's an excellent way to get open. If you're gonna set a screen on a defender and then you're gonna receive a screen. And a lot of times that really confuses defenders because they're used to just getting one screen. And when you have to defend multiple times, it really loses the defense, and it's a great way to get an open shot.
Trying to get an open shot, it's number 12 for the Sparks, and she's fouled on the floor by number 24 of the Angels, Carly Keller. 3 seconds is a 5th team foul for the Angels, as number 10 will take a seat, Caitlin Pratt. So 3 seconds to play in this first half. Another substitution for the Angels will be number 15 in the game for the first time. Kaylee Koenig. What a story of this young lady. Dislocated left kneecap.
For the Angels, you've got 3 seconds left. You don't want to give up an open shot, and you don't want to let a score happen.
Good defensive by Koenig. What a story that is. And that'll draw us to first half action. Your score, Angels 23 and Sparks 22. I'll tell you, Steffi, back and forth action. The Angels ran out in the first quarter. The Sparks answered in the second quarter. What do you think is going to take place coming into the third quarter adjustment?
Well, both coaches are going to have to make offensive adjustments, different game plans, especially for the Angels, getting the ball into Page Hall, maybe kicking it out to some shooters. That's something that they can adjust. But let's send it to Michael Kane. He's standing live with one of the coaches.
Thanks, Steffi. I'm here with Coach Demarinis. Coach, tough first quarter for your team. You battled back in the second quarter. Are you happy with where your team's at, and what adjustments do you need to make in the second half?
Yep. Well, we had to shut down their transition game. They're killing us in transition. We need to shut down number 50. And I think once we stop their shooters on the outside, 23 and 24, they're kind of killing us from the outside. And once we get our offense going, get into the flow, that's how we came back in this game. We got to continue to do that in the second half.
Coach, good luck in the second half. Steffi?
Nice job, Michael Kane. We'll be back in just a moment. 23-22 is your action right here in the 2012 D1 National Championship.
Hey, Ovi.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing in the dark, man?
Nothing, just the late night filings.
Really? Late night filing? What are you, a Russian spy or something?
Yeah, right.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Пронесло.
Да, уж чуть не спалили.
The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is a cutting-edge multi-sport facility where athletes from over 70 countries compete in more than 60 different sports, all in the halo of the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Sports lovers can experience collegiate and professional action during the Old Spice Classic, Walt Disney World Pro Soccer Classic, AS Roma FC, and Atlanta Braves Spring Training. For more information, visit ESPNWWOS.com.
Welcome back to the beautiful HP Fieldhouse at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. What a great comeback right there for the Sparks against the Angels, as the Angels took off in the first quarter. Thought they were going to run away with this thing, but Saratoga had their answer to come back in that second quarter as this is continued play in the D1 National Championship game. Let's talk about number 10, Caitlin Pratt for the Angels, Steffi.
Well, their team really feeds off of her energy, both offensively and defensively. You can see her here getting the block, really setting the tone for her team, and also offensive rebounding. She's really held down the paint, found ways to score in transition, being physical, doing a really good job of really keeping her team in this game.
Caitlin Pratt, a great player for the Angels. What about the other side of the court? Let's take a look at number 24, Sydney Rosales.
And she's a great shooter, but she's finding other ways to score. But they need to get her the ball more. They need to get open shots for her because, let's take a look. She can knock down those threes regardless of where she is. She's got to get some offense going with her help of her teammates.
And let's just stats right here, Stephanie. What do you take away from this right here with the Angels holding a 23-22 edge right here, what you see?
Well, both teams right now, you can see 11 for 18, 8 for 23. Sparks, not bad percentage, but for the Angels, you've really got to become more effective with your shot selection and knocking down open shots. And they've been missing those transition shots that we saw, and those could come back to bite them in the butt later on in this game.
Well, you know, a good stat I see right there is 16-11 in favor of the Angels. The coach of the Sparks said rebounding was the key for them to win the national championship. So we'll see how that all plays out. You're watching the D1 11th grade AAU National Championship between the Angels and the Sparks, back with 7-half action.
Be safe, drive smart. Yeah, Trevor, you got me. Keselowski and Bain are already into it. All right, Brad, keep them pitched down. 22's up high here. Watch out in front, Brad. Trevor, big spin up top. Trevor, you still copy? Making a move.
Great.
It's a duel out here. One to go. Neck and neck to the finish.
We're gearing up for second half action as the Angels hold a 23-22 edge in this national tournament. Michael Kane, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Eric. I'm here with Coach Adu. Coach, first quarter, you jumped out to a big lead. You kind of let them get back into it in the second quarter. Are you happy with where your team's at, and what adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
I'm happy with where we're at. I do think that we left a lot of opportunities. You know, we had some opportunities to open up the game. We missed some layups. But I think here in the second half, we'll execute and we'll finish some plays. We had some transition baskets that we just didn't finish. I thought maybe, I don't know if we got fouled or not, but we've got something left in the second half. I think we're going to open it up here in the second half, do a very good job, and open this game up.
Coach, good luck second half. Eric?
Michael, nice job as always. Coach Adu, their team has been here, Steffi, since July the 6th. They're staying in condos, and they say they've had great support from the parents. They have home-cooked meals. You know, they're getting good team exposure, and their goal is to win the national championship. But they say it's good camaraderie. They have a good support crew around them. So that's good to hear that these ladies get to spend some time together to build up a good team partnership.
And you can tell just listening to the coach how much he cares about his girls on and off the court. And he really believes in them, and they believe in him, and they buy into his system. And it's just a matter of time, like he said. If they start clicking, if they start getting things going, they could run away with this game.
Well, welcome back, fans. If you just joined us, we're at the HP Fieldhouse at ESPN Wide World of Sports. This is the D1 11th grade AAU National Championship. The Saratoga Sparks down in the orange jerseys and the Angels in the white jerseys. Just underway here, second half. It was kind of a tale of two stories in the first and second quarters. We'll see how it plays out. Sparks going to attack in and out, no good. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric Kohler, joined by the lovely Steffi Sorensen. It's been a lot of fun to be down here for these national championships. You can feel the passion of sport down here.
Well, it's a great experience for everybody. I played AAU. Most players who end up in college played AAU, and it just builds character. More importantly, it reveals character, especially when you're in games like this. When you've been here for a week, you've had time to have fun, but how do you respond if you come out into a national championship game? Do you play your hardest? Do you care? This is really where you find out where the good players are.
Speaking of good players, look at number 10 there. Third chance board there for the Angels. Number 10, Caitlin Pratt, our featured player at halftime. So right on cue, she makes the answer of players that got to step up, and she does. Three-point basket answer for the Sparks. Sydney Rosales, both our featured players. Perfect setup.
Doing what they should do. And right there, Rosales, we need more shots like that for her. Especially if I'm the coach, I'm running plays for her almost every time. Getting the ball inside and out, looking for her on the three-point line.
In and out for Colby Morgan. 25 all here. Just underway here, third quarter action here at the HP Fieldhouse. Angels looking to run, kick it out to number 22. She'll pop it for two. That's a two-point basket, but a nice shot there, Steffi. Maggie Profit, their best shooter.
She can knock down those shots if she gets the opportunity to have the ball in her hands, especially in transition right there. You can see just how difficult of a shot that is. She made it look easy, but those shots are not easy, and a good sign for her to get going in the second half.
Sparks try to throw up a three, but they get a second chance board for number 21, and she's fouled on the play. She'll go to the line. That's Bridget Murphy. Called her name a couple times this evening. Good hustle player there for Murphy.
And the Angels can be so deadly in transition with the help right there of one of their best shooters knocking down that shot. And for the Sparks, you've got to get back in transition. You've got to match up, communicate, and find the open players so you can eliminate that wide open shot.
So Murphy will step to the line shooting two shots off the front of the rim, no good. You know, that shot, Steffi, was so beautiful. It hit the net and just popped it. You can hear that. You can hear it through the audio.
Anytime you leave the net hanging, as far as it gets stuck like that, it's always a good sign.
Just kind of tickling the twine. Knocks down the second. So the edge is 27-26 in favor of the Angels in the white jerseys. This is a culmination of the championship play for the 11th grade Division I National Championship game. Saratoga comes from the beautiful state of New York, and the Angels come from New Orleans, Louisiana. Officials timeout on the floor. 6:15 to go, and right on point there, you can see they had to readjust the net.
If you're the one who did that to the net, you're feeling pretty good.
So it'll continue to be Angels basketball. Good look at some of our volunteers here. Couldn't do without them here in the AAU play action. A lot of games have taken place over the course of the last week and a half. Under 20 to shoot on the shot clock. Takes a shot, drains it. Another shot for Maggie Profit.
And what a great use of the shot fake right there. She didn't have an open shot, was able to create it with the head fake, which is a lost art a lot of times, especially in college. Only certain players use it, but as a shooter, if you're able to add that to your game, you can really get some wide open shots.
Good hustle play for the Sparks. Number 21, Bridget Murphy, knocks it out of bounds, but it will be Angels basketball.
And right here, you can see she doesn't have that first shot. But with that shot fake, step back three, what a great looking shot, especially going into the college game. She can really use that.
She has nice form there, that little kickback. She knew the shot wasn't there. She readdressed it, reset it, and nailed it.
Just a heads up play, knowing that where the three-point line is, where your strengths are, does a really good job of showing just how heads up she is.
Good drop down defense on Paige Hall. We'll say that's a push, no basket. You see right here, Steffi, how they drop down to kind of contend on Paige Hall.
And that's an adjustment I believe the Sparks have made at halftime, is trying to double team Paige Hall, because let's face it, when she gets the ball in the paint, she's unstoppable. And if you're the Sparks, you've got to send two players at her.
In and out shot for profit. She's feeling it, but that time it does not go to her. Doesn't drop, so it'll be Sparks basketball. It's a nice look there of Amber Donis. Young lady that has 2 offers already as 11th grade, coming into her senior year. 5:20 mark, 3-point shot for the Sparks. No good, almost got stuck between the glass and the rim. This is a big part of the game right here, Steffi. 4-point edge for the Angels in the white jerseys. I don't think the Sparks can ill afford to get down by too much. Nice little dribble drive for number 10, Caitlin Pratt. Good move.
We featured her at halftime because she's done so much for this Angels team, both offensively and defensively, continues to do so. Disrupting passes right there. She won't get credit for that steal, but she really helps her team get that steal on that play.
Good defensive play for the Sparks. They look like they're going to give the Angels an 8-point edge. Shot is up and no good. Number 13 for the Angels is 0 for 8. Colby Morgan on her birthday. Luckily for her, she got teammates up by 6. It's a good shot of Morgan.
Both coaches did say that this game could get physical. And you can see right here on this rebound, both players trying to scrap and fight. A little attitude right there. I don't mind it. I like it.
A little extracurricular activity. There was hair and arms and everything was flying around. But that's what you do to win national championships, Steffi.
You've got to, especially in a game like this. What do you have to lose? You're going for all the marbles. Why not leave it all out on the court?
It's a good call. Sparks need to stop right now, though. Angels are cruising again. Up by 6. Ball looked like it was deflected. It was. Sparks pull down the board. That's number 34. Kicks out her teammate, but can't handle it. The Angels almost get a pick and steal, but she can't handle it. That's number 10, Caitlin Pratt. She's all over the place.
And she's really, really been a reason why they're up 32-26 right now with continuous play by their defensive pressure, leading her team in all kinds of ways.
Shooter, I'm sorry, but you need to close out. That's what we have to do. Let's make the easy pass on offense and let's find our offense. Let's go. This is the odds right now.
Smart passes.
Yes, smart passes right now. Sparks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Fire.
What do you take from that right there, Steph? You look like some passion come from the coach to rally the troops.
And she knows that this is kind of that teetering point. 4 minutes in the third quarter, you feel the Angels pulling, not that lead, pulling, and you've got to clean things up with those passes. You've got to make them sharper, or else the Angels are going to take the ball and they're going to run out and they're going to continue with this lead.
Yeah, they got to break back here with 4:07 to the reset. Angels in the white jerseys up 32-26 over the Sparks out of Saratoga, New York. This is the D1 11th grade AAU National Basketball Championship. 4 minutes to play here in the third. Big part of the game here for the Sparks. They need an answer, but can't get a shot to drop.
They just got to get it back on the defensive end. If you can't find anything offensively, you've got to get stops, so that way you can at least have that to rely on.
And one for the Angels. Big bucket there, pushes their edge up to 8 points. Look at this dribble drive here, Steph. You'd be proud of this.
She really defends. She goes in there knowing that she's going to take a hit, and you've got to love that aggressiveness because a lot of players will shy away from that. They'll fall back. They won't dive into a player to draw that foul, and Colby Morgan is a prime example of someone who plays aggressive defense, but more importantly, aggressive offense.
Well, I'll tell you, she was 0 for 8 before that first bucket, her first field goal of the game. On the other side, you can see Caitlin Pratt for the Angels. She's got 11 points, 9 rebounds, 4 of 4 from the field goal range. So definitely a driving force for the Angels. 34-26, your score in favor of the Angels. Sparks basketball. Approaching 3:20 to play in this third quarter. Another turnover by the Sparks. Sparks mishandled the basketball. Good shot there. That's a little out of control. That should be a charge. No bucket it is. That'll be a charge on Amber Donis. A little out of control right there.
Would have liked to see her pull back a little bit. She didn't necessarily have numbers right there going 1-on-2, but you've got to like the Sparks bench player coming off, setting up, putting her feet in, because it's never fun to take a charge, let's be honest. You're going to fall on the ground. It's not going to feel good. And she's willing to give her body up. I think that should really jumpstart this Sparks team.
That was a needed defensive stop there. It was like a car wreck, but again, they're just not handling the basketball well. And another unforced error for the Sparks as the Angels basketball again up by 8 points. You see coach right there, DeMarinis. She does not like the 11 turnovers so far for the Sparks of Saratoga.
And give credit to the Angels defense. Even though they've had this lead, they have not let up on their defensive pressure. And you could tell when they did let up, the Sparks team was able to get back in. But since they've increased that defensive pressure, they've really been able to keep this lead.
Colby Morgan now feeling it 2 for 2 in her last 2 shots. After probably going to 0 for 8. 10-point age, biggest lead so far for the Angels. And the Sparks need to stop the blood drop right here. As another turnover by the Sparks. It looks like it's going south right now on Saratoga with 2:34 to play.
The Sparks really just need something defensively to get a stop. Something that can keep the Angels from continuing to build on this lead, because at this point, with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter, you want to finish strong going into the fourth.
And their featured player was Sydney Rosales. We haven't heard anything from her except for that first play of this third quarter. Look right here, a little cheap reach-in foul there on number 3. Ill-advised foul right there, Steph.
At the same time, you can make them earn it. If you see that she's going to have a wide-open basket and she's got an easy chance, it's one of those fouls that, as a coach, you're like, you know, you don't want them to foul, but if you can stop them from getting an easy basket, I'm okay with it.
I like that. 36-26. Angels on a prowl, and it gets the roll, drops down good. 12-point edge, now their biggest edge. They keep building on that momentum. 38-26. Approaching 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Sparks need an answer. Who's it going to be?
Now, if you're doing hack-a-shack every time, that's a different story. But smart fouls like that, keeping them off the glass, that's okay.
Well, it's smart, too. They got Paige Halls out of the game, so they really can't even use that strategy right now so far, as the Angels are just running and moving. And a second chance board. That'll be a push on the floor. So look at Amber Donis. Let's check this out, Steffi.
We talked so much about passing in the first half, and they continue to do that so far in this third quarter. And really, what else can we say about Caitlin Pratt? She's been everywhere. She's been that spark plug and done a great job so far.
And there's their shooter, number 22, a three-point play for Maggie Profit. Deep in the quarter, 41-26. The Sparks are in trouble, and that will be a timeout called by Saratoga. 41-26. The Angels are running right now. 1:39. Let's listen in and see how everything plays out.
Angel basketball now. Let's get Amber out. Allie, check in for Amber.
Off the playing surface at all times. Please take all pictures from the rope lines.
Yeah, we have to close out the quarter. Close out the quarter. Close out the quarter. Okay? Close out the quarter. Defensively, we got to keep defending. Okay? Defensively, we got to defend. Let's go. We got to guard. We got to guard. Okay? You get a little bit of a blow, and I'm going to get you right back in. You. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. On three, Angels. 1, 2, 3, Angels.
Simple and effective, Steffi.
Close out the quarter.
I like that.
I don't know if you could be any more simpler, but I really like his coaching philosophy right there, because it's right. You have a nice lead. You've got a minute and a half left going into the fourth quarter. The best way to close it out is just to get defensive stops, continuing the offensive schemes that they're running, and ultimately take care of the ball.
And you can see right now the defensive pressure. You can see that the Angels are feeling it right now as another pick steal right there. And there's our player of the game so far at this point, number 10, Caitlin Pratt, 5 for 5, 13 points, 9 boards. And the Angels have the basketball again. Everything has gone south on the Sparks. 12 turnovers as they finally get one on the positive side here. They're on the run. Good little play there off the front of the rim. No good second chance board is put in. They needed that right there. Michaela DeGear. Wow, Steffi, where's that been?
Well, they need that offensive rebounding. That second effort is really going to help offensively when you can't get anything going as far as outside shooting and even layups. If you can get players like that willing to try to get an extra shot, it's really going to help your team.
What a beautiful recognition play there. A wide open number 24, Carly Keller, 15-point edge again. I was thinking if Saratoga could keep this to single digits before the end of the third quarter, we'd have another game. Number 24 shot is no good. And that'll be out of bounds. It'll be tipped out of bounds off the Angels. Sparks basketball. Fresh clock at 30. Let's look at this one, Steffi.
And it's basically set up by a great cut right there by the Angels player. And really the Sparks defense just falling asleep and not being aware of where the Angels offensive players were.
Back door was open. You could have grabbed a sandwich and a bag of chips. Baskets
Very
in
nice.
for Sparks. 43-30, 13-point edge. The Sparks got to get back on the defensive side of the ball. As Michael Kane said earlier, it's all about the defense runs this team. And so far, the turnovers have really been the killer for Saratoga to this point. Good hustle play there. They're going to call an elbow there. I think they're going to call on the Angels number 24, and that is the call on the cart with a little flying elbow there. Carly Keller. That'll be a turnover and a foul on the Angels. Sparks need that nice hustle play for Jacqueline Welch.
And the Angels coach talked about closing out the quarter, but for the Sparks, it's about finishing strong. Even though you're down by 13 points, if they can get a good shot right here with 6 seconds and make it, you got a little bit of momentum going into that fourth quarter then.
There go the Sparks, draw down at the end of the third, off the back of their glass, no good. And that will end it. The Angels have a big-time run, 43-30, as they're looking to close out this national championship game. Back to final fourth quarter action, back in a moment.
It's the ultimate souvenir. But the odds aren't on your side. You get a better chance of winning the lottery, striking oil in your backyard, or finding buried treasure. But on baseball's biggest stage, there's no greater reward than proving you're part of the team.
Sunday Night Baseball, 8 Eastern on ESPN, presented by Taco Bell.
The ESPN Wide World of Sports complex is the ideal place for amateur softball, hosting annual events like Disney Softball Spring Training on top of working with organizations like USSSA and Diamond 9 Events to develop competitive events for players of all ages and skill levels. For more information, visit ESPNWWOS.com.
Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to the beautiful shot there at the HP Fieldhouse. The Angels have a 43-30 edge, a nice little run in the third quarter as they take advantage of this game. The momentum is clearly in the corner of the Angels out of New Orleans. Good shot at Caitlin Pratt so far. 5 for 5 from the field. She's all over the floor. 9 rebounds, 13 points.
She's been incredibly efficient, and I really like that about her game is the fact that she's 5 of 5. She's taking good shots. Not only is she making them, but she's really helping her team in other ways, not just being a shooter. She's doing defensively, stopping one of the best players on the court. She's doing everything for this Angels team, as we can see right there with her drive and layup.
Good setup, Steffi. That's why they pay you the big bucks. Caitlin Pratt, so far the player of the game, the featured game under our halftime show, 45-30. That matches her biggest lead so far in this championship game, the 11th grade AAU D1 National Championship. And that'll be a blocking foul. Good recognition there for number 12 to see that Paige Hall was out of position. Madison Rowland to get herself to the free throw line.
And that's exactly the way they should have gone in the first half. Go right at Paige Hall because laterally she's not as quick as she is, where she can just stand, hold her hands up, and try and block shots. If you make her move, you can easily draw fouls on her.
They did not give her the basket as a shooting foul, so they'll get the possession. But a short shot again. Sparks have gone ice cold, much to the chagrin of the head coach, Tamarinis. 10th board there for the Angels. She's on fire. And the Sparks need something right here. Good look there at number 24, Sydney Rosales. One of the bright spots for the Sparks so far.
And she's gone cold, and she hasn't had any opportunities at shots, so she just hasn't knocked them down. And why shy away from that? If you're a shooter, you have to continue shooting even if you're missing. And for her, she's got to find ways to get open. We talked about screening the screener earlier. They were drawing up those kind of plays to get her looks. I would like to see them get her more involved offensively.
Another thing is, too, Steph, I think that with being down 15 points, you got to start driving to the bucket, get to the foul line. Great shot there by Rosales, right on cue. And that correction, that's Alicia Marçal. Nice little, that was a little backyard basket right there. I tell you, up and under.
Sometimes when you get down like this, you can just play without even worrying. You just go in there, you try and score, you try to make plays, and for them, that's what they've got to finish out this 6.5 left.
Well, Marçal right there, not only does she make that nice little bucket, gets a rebound, but another turnover. Every time the Sparks are trying to creep back, and you can see right there, Damarina, she needs a timeout to maybe talk about this over. Let's hear what the Sparks coach has to say.
Kimmy, who's out here right now? Girls, what we're going to do is we're going to go 3-2 because 10 is killing us, but we're going to protect the 3, and we're going to protect penetration. Sit down, I'm telling you right now. We're going to have Bridge and Liz on bottom. Let's go, Sid, take the top, and then Maddie and Jack on the wings, okay? Girls, protect the 3 because you know 22 and 23 can shoot lights out, but also 10's penetration needs to be stopped right now, okay? We're going to try this, see how it works, and let's just a lot of talking. Exactly, girls, a lot of talking in this, all right? Let's go. Girls, make our stops turn into points. Let's go. Sparks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
That's a good listen in there for Damarina, the Sparks. And she said not to watch for number 10. 10's killing us. She's 1 rebound away from a double-double. That is Caitlin Pratt for the Angels. So how do you defend that? She said basically, let 10 have it. We got to shut everybody else down.
Well, they're making a defensive adjustment right now. They had been playing straight up man-to-man. They're going to try a 3-2 zone to try and contain her in the paint. That way she's not just one-on-one and she's able to beat her defender. They want to control the paint, protect the three-point line, but they've got to be careful with rebounding now. A lot of teams that go to a 3-2 zone, you're vulnerable on the offensive rebounding, so we've got to pay attention to that as well.
Well, Caitlin Pratt so far for the Angels in the white jerseys is 6 for 7 from the field, 15 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. And there she is again. Almost gets that 1 more rebound for a double-double. That's pretty special in national championship play. Sparks looking to answer. Shot up, just kind of some wild shots, Steffi, so far from Saratoga.
And when you're down like that, you have a tendency to force, to press, and to take bad shots. And when you're down like that, you have to be more patient, but you have to be very efficient with your shooting. You have to be, I don't want to say rush, but you have to be more quick with the ball, but you have to take better shots or else you're just going to force shots up and waste possessions.
Well, the Sparks so far, just the turnovers has been the big storyline here in the second half for them. As the Angels give it to Pratt, their featured player, and that'll be 2 shots for Pratt. She knocks those down, she'll get to 17 points. There's a look here, Steffi.
And we talked about that paint, protecting the paint ever since they changed the 3-2 zone. But Caitlin Pratt, again, finding ways in the gap, getting to the free throw line, a much-deserved double-double that she has today.
In and out in the first, she'll get a second attempt. 45-32, there's a good shot right there. 15 points, 10 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals. We'll see if she can bang down her 16th point right here. She does. Nice rotation on the second one. 46-32, 14-point edge in favor of the Angels in the white jerseys. Sparks on a 3 and drains it. There's number 24, Rosales. They needed that. Big answer.
Where's that been? I'm just wondering, where has that offensive scheme been? Because that is so effective for their team. And she's wide open right there. Poor communication by the Angels defense, but at the same time, she's got all day. Let's get her more shots. Get her opportunities to knock down those 3-pointers.
Third 3-pointer for Rosales as they cut that edge to 11 points. I think they just need to slow down the game right now. If you're a fan of the Sparks right now, you just need to get a stop, and there it is, number 12. Good play there. They got to answer there, but they're going to call that as a charge. Just a little out of control. Too bad for the Sparks. That was Madison Rowland trying to make a play, but she just got in that spin move and out of control. There's a charge.
You can see she uses her left arm a little bit to push off, and they're going to call that every time. And that's a missed opportunity. You get a turnover right after that three-pointer by Rosales. You really want to capitalize on that, and just unfortunate for them, they couldn't.
Yeah, every time. That's been kind of the storyline here in the second half. Every time the Sparks try to creep back into the game. But you know what? To the credit of the Angels, though, they've taken advantage of their opportunities. They're giving it to their hot hand of Pratt. And there she is right there in the corner looking for some help. She finds some help.
And the Angels are actually playing shorthanded. They've got multiple players who've been injured, didn't travel, couldn't play. And fortunately for them, they've come out strong. They've had this attitude where they're refusing to lose, as their coach would say.
That's right.
And really played strong offense and defense.
You see right there. Almost saw it was going to be a travel, but they really contained Paige Hall right there. Got the jump ball. The Sparks got the turnover and the basketball. So, hey, 435 is a lifetime in basketball. If you play it right, some shots start going down. Start getting them on the foul line, you know.
Possession by possession. If you get stops, you get scores, it can be a 5-point game within 1 minute. If that's how you play, you control the tempo and you dictate things offensively and defensively. 4.5 minutes left to go is an eternity if you're the Angels right now.
3-point shots, no good. A second chance board there for number 23, Amber Donis. Complete team effort so far for the Angels. We had a tight championship game in the first half. You can see here Donis just stays with it.
And offensive rebounding. Like I said earlier, when they made that switch to the zone to try and contain Caitlin Pratt, they were going to be vulnerable offensively for rebounding. And if they didn't box out, they were going to have to pay. And right there you can see Amber Donis getting to the foul line. And the reason why offensive rebounding happens so much in that zone is because players have a tendency to not box out because they don't have a player to go to. You're in a zone, so you're kind of in an area. You don't know who to box out. And so right now, Sparks really have to focus on that rebounding.
1 and 2 on the free throw line. 12-point edge as the Sparks trying to get to the free throw line. That's Rosales. She does a nice job to get fouled on the play.
Let's go. Good job, ladies.
And I like this, switching it up, not just settling for a three-pointer right here, trying to get to the foul line. You stop the clock, you slow the game down, you've got an opportunity to score 2 more points. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point game with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, you definitely got to knock down every opportunity at this juncture of the game. 4:02 left here in the fourth quarter. And this is the 11th grade Division I National Championship. And 2 missed free throws. Ill-advised time into that. Under 4 minutes to play here, Steffi. 12-point edge. Angels have the basketball. And they can milk this clock. They have played a stellar second half. As the Sparks have come on to turnover woes here. That's been their biggest nail in the foot so far to this point. Another second chance board. Sparks need to stop. They need the ball and they need a basket.
And they're sitting back in that zone, kind of waiting for the Angels to make a play. And the passing of the Angels right now, doing a really good job finding open players, giving them the opportunity to have nice looking shots.
Under 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. And Morgan a little out of control there, but the most important thing is they knock some clock down to bring it down to 3:10 and counting. Sparks need someone to score right here. Good basket there for number 21, Bridget Murphy.
They heard you.
She had a good
coaching from out here.
I'll tell you what. 47-37, 10-point edge. Under 3 minutes to play. Let's see what's coming up on the boys' side of the bracket as we have continued play here at ESPN's Wide World of Sports. Continued championship action coming up on Thursday, July the 19th. Check it out. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, Steffi. Got the 10th grade D1 semifinal, 8 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. Then the D2 championship game at 12 noon. And then you got the 10th grade D1 championship at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All that action commences right here on ESPN Wide World of Sports at the beautiful Walt Disney World Resort. So tune us in, fans, Thursday, July the 19th. That's 2012 AAU boys basketball action. It's a good shot for Rosales right there. 10-point edge. Anything can happen here. And thanks for joining us, fans. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday with us. Should be proud of these young ladies, participants in this national championship game. Angels in the white jerseys there from the beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, and the Sparks from Saratoga, New York. lifetime experience, Steffi. I'm sure they'll remember this for the rest of their lives, win or lose.
I don't know if the cameraman picked up all the scratches on all of the players, but I'm noticing that a lot of them having a lot of scratches, a little bit bloody. This game's been physical. Although they are down by 10, the Sparks have definitely held their ground. They've been physical, they've been tough, and they just got to make more plays right now.
Yeah, those bumps, scrapes, and bruises hurt a little bit more when you lose, and you don't feel them when you win.
Very true, very true.
I think that was an ill-advised foul there on Paige Hall. She was outside of her comfort zone down on the shot clock of 4 seconds. And instead, she'll get to the free throw line. You can see right here, Steffi.
And sometimes when you're so far out like that, it puts the other defender in a bad position because they're trying to guard her, but at the same time you have to have the awareness. Is she really going to make a shot from here? Can she force up a shot from beyond the paint where she was, where her game is? And for the Sparks, you just got to recognize that, and that comes with time. That comes with learning the game.
Free throws no good. As you saw, it shot Alexander Seal, number 4 for the Angels, comes in for the first time. And she's already in on the action on a jump ball. You always feel good in that substitution when coach gets you off the bench, your first minutes, and all of a sudden, bam, you're involved. You just got to turn over for your team.
And that's what bench players are all about, is coming off, being ready to make a play. Even she goes right back off the bench. And that's what you love about a player. It really tells you how unselfish they are. If they're willing to go in there for 30 seconds, 20 seconds, throw their body in there, try to get a jump ball, anything that they can help their team with, and to go right back to the bench, you got to love that as a coach.
Well, she's got to feel good for her 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah.
Approaching 2 minutes to play, 11-point edge in favor of the Angels. Sparks in the orange jerseys need something here. 3-point shot, can it go in? And it is. That's an answer. First time we've called single digits, still early in the first part of the third quarter, I should say. Under 2 minutes to play here. Need the full court press. Here it is.
And the Angels have to be careful. They're playing to win. They're not playing to lose. So you cannot be passive. You have to maintain that aggressive attitude that's gotten you that lead in the beginning. And they just have to make sure that they're taking good shots.
Caitlin Pratt, this time it does not go in. It's one of our members of the ESPN NFL team, Herman Edwards. You play to win the game. 3-pointer, count it. Steffi, don't look now. It's a 5-point edge. Look at the answer for number 21, Bridget Murphy. Beautiful rotation here.
It's just a matter of time before players get going. And right here, you can see Murphy setting her feet, got all the time in the world, knocks down the 3. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point ball game. It's not over till it's over.
Let's check it out with the Sparks.
We're going to trap the ball, okay? So we're going to double ball, just like we did in practice. When the ball goes to the wing, we double, okay? Because that's what but that's what they're having trouble with, is when we're all up on them. Exactly. Exactly. Rotate over. What? Yes, yes. Yes. Girls, be smart about it. We've doubled ball before. This is nothing new. So we're in 55. We fall back into a man with doubling ball. Let's go. We are in this game. We're in this game, girls. Let's want it. We got to want it more than them. Sparks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Start. Our run. Our run.
I like the energy. It's the first time we've kind of sensed that in the second half, Steffi.
And you can tell that this coach believes in her players. And all of a sudden, it takes a couple shots, a few defensive plays for the Sparks team, and they're right back in the game. And when a coach is energetic and passionate like that, the players really feed off of it.
See how it plays out. All of a sudden, bam, look at it. It's a 5-point game. Couple shots dropped. Bridget Murphy, the catalyst so far for the Sparks of Saratoga. So here we go, reset. This is the D1 11th grade national championship game between the Angels and the Sparks. Angels basketball leading by 5 points, approaching the 1-minute mark. A little out of control right there, number 12. If she could have held composure, I think she could have got away with it, but instead she is fouled. Madison Rowland called for her foul right there. Good effort on the defensive side of the ball.
I like the fact that they're trying to press up and they're going full court man right now, but unfortunately they're in the bonus. And so if you make untimely fouls like that, you're giving the Angels a chance to continue with this lead when you're trying so hard to cut back into it.
Young player there, another player out of Hammond, Louisiana. That's a birthday lady.
And a player you don't want to foul because she's going to knock down those free throws.
Yep, Colby Morgan. Sitting down for the Angels is Maggie Prophet. She's had a great shooting exposition here tonight. And in and out. It's only a 6-point game. We're only 2 trifectas away from a tie game. Approaching the 1-minute mark here. Sparks basketball in those orange jerseys. There's a shooter they need to get hot right there again is Bridget Murphy. In her hand, shot is up. Shot is good. From downtown, we got a 3-point game.
Anything can happen, especially at AAU, no matter what the score is, what the time is, all it takes is a few plays, and look at these Sparks coming right back in the game.
Wow, her third trifecta in a row. They just need to stop right here.
No foul, they've just got to play smart.
That's right.
Let the Sparks make a defensive stop, get the rebound.
Alexander Seal, that ball's knocked out of bounds. No foul here, Steffi, right?
You don't want to foul.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
Absolutely. You're only down by 3. You get the rebound. You've got 30 seconds almost left to get a good shot. And at this point, I'm putting the ball in Murphy's hands and letting her shoot a 3-pointer.
49-46 if you're just joining us. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Angels basketball with the lead. Trying to have an answer right there. The ball is up, and it's no good. But look at that. Second chance board. The hustle for number 23, Amber Donis. What a big offensive board, and called timeout by the Angels.
Good call for the Angels. Coach definitely seeing his players getting a little bit in trouble. You can see here, Murphy, what more can we say about her in this fourth quarter? Getting the game for the Sparks back into it, knocking down shot after shot, holding the 3-pointer down.
I'll tell you what, Cheryl Miller would be proud.
She's done a great job of really helping her team fight and crawl back into this game. And it's just really good to see her hit those shots and give her team the belief that they can win this game.
The belief is there. They've been kind of cruising along, the Angels that is. In the second half, Saratoga have been finding turnover problems.
Because of that missed box out on that previous play, the Sparks have to play defense. And right now you're looking at, do we foul, do we not foul? How much time do you take off the clock? If they can get a quick steal here, otherwise they're going to have to foul and try and send one of the not as good free throw shooters to the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to go to foul right now as they're going to foul number 22, Maggie Profit. Time is not in their favor, but all you need is just a couple missed free throws, Steffi, as you said. Get it to Bridget Murphy. Hey, why not 4 in a row?
And Maggie Profit, probably not the best player to foul, because if she shoots free throws anything like she does 3-pointers, they're in trouble. But we'll see if she can knock them down here. This is crunch time.
And she threw that in with like nothing with her eyes closed. Pressure pack scenario, she's like, I got it. I got this, no problem. 50-46, but more importantly, that makes it a 2-possession game with only 23 seconds to play. Good shot of Maggie Profit there. What do we got here, Steffi?
The Sparks are either calling a timeout, which I think they're doing, probably setting up a play, or if not, they're going to look for a quick 2. They've got 23 seconds left. Don't have to force up a 3 just yet, but you've got to get it, you've got to go, and you've got to score quickly.
Defensive substitution, number 4, Alexander Seal comes in for the Angels. Sparks need to score quickly. Time is not on their side. 15 seconds to play in this national championship. And timeout called by the Sparks. What do you draw up here, Steffi?
At this point, with 13 seconds left, I'm going to go for a 3-pointer. But let's listen to what Coach is drawing up, because that's why she's out there.
Girls, let's try box 2 one more time for the quick layup, and we'll get it to Bridge instead. Girls, we just need to wait for our screens. That's the only reason it didn't work down there. We just need to wait for our screens. So let's go. Lay, you'll take it out. Bridge, you're there. Sid, you're there. We'll have Lay be there. I know she can curl out. I want her to curl out. Liz and Madison, okay? So Bridge, you're screening up. Liz, you're screening for Bridge. And Bridge, you're going to clear out here. Maddie, you're just going long. You're going to be here. Sid, fall back after your screen because we're going to have to pull up if she's not open. All right? Let's go. Come on, let's go. Sparks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
All right, here goes a reset. 13 seconds to play. Angels 51. Sparks 46.
Coach is drawing up a quick 2 play right here. They tried to run it on the previous possession. They weren't waiting for their screens. That's the reason why it didn't happen. And another reason why is a bad pass. That'll kill your offense.
Yeah, the turnovers really kind of hurt the Sparks in the third quarter, and Bridget Murphy kind of staved that off to get them back into the game. But that's not the time you want to see at this juncture of the championship game. 12 seconds to go. Angels basketball up 2 possessions, and they have the basketball as well. Been a good game, though. Good fight back by the Sparks if it ends this way. And that'll put back at the line will be number 22, Maggie Profit. ebbs and flows, but the turnovers were really the key in the third quarter against the Sparks, and the Angels took the run, and they took advantage of those opportunities.
And they never let their foot off the gas. At first, it was kind of back and forth, who was going to get more stops, and then all of a sudden the Angels went on that run, and they really have not let off the gas. And a lot of times you see teams, they get comfortable, they get complacent, and they let teams come back in. But so far, the Angels, if they hold on for this last 9 seconds, did a good job of maintaining that lead and keeping it.
Maggie Profit hits the front end, pushing up by 6, gets it to 7 points, 9 seconds to play. There's that defensive substitution that's worked like a glove so far for the Angels. Number 4, Alexander Seal. Ball's in and out. And the Sparks trying to do something here. It's all but over but the zeros. And there it is. Congratulations, national champions, the Angels basketball squad from New Orleans, Louisiana. What a great second half as they defeat the Saratoga Sparks 53-46. There you can see our great graphic, the 11th grade Division I national champion to the Angels basketball squad. Steffi, it really kind of, the second half really kind of set the tone for the championship finale.
Well, what a well-deserved championship game for this team, because they were shorthanded. They came in missing few players that really helped their team, and for them to come out on top, it really speaks volumes of what a great group of girls they've got for this team. Yeah, Coach, you do. We're going to be Michael Cain's going to be looking for him shortly, and he said this team, of the 10-plus years of coaching AAU, this was one of his special squads. They fought through adversity, as you alluded to, is that they had a couple injuries, working with a short bench. But here we go. Let's see what we have. Michael Cain, he's been doing great all night. What do you have, Mike?
Thanks, Eric. Coach, you do unbelievable third quarter for your team. How impressed were you with your team in that third quarter?
Just had great energy, great effort. I thought the entire team, we just come together. We've always been able to overcome. We've had a lot of obstacles along the way, and we've done a great job overcoming. So we're just really proud of our girls. We've done a magnificent job all season. And, you know, for everybody that's been an Angel, they know what this is all about. It's a great job.
Well, talk to us a little bit about the play of Caitlin Pratt. Double-double for her. Big, big game. Talk to us a little bit about her play.
She's just so intense. She never gives in. She understood the moment, and she just fought from start to finish. Very special player, special person, and just very proud of her.
Well, Coach, one last question. Before the game, you told me that you guys wanted to prove that you belong. Do you think you did that today?
Yes, we did.
Congratulations, Coach Adu, national champion.
Thank you. Nice work all night, Mike Cain. Nice job, as always. Good information all championship day long. Steffi, we're going to see the stats coming up shortly to see how this all plays out. We'll break it down, but a good look right here is that you can see the Angels, national champions. Again, that's got to be a great feeling right there. The celebratory right here on the ESPN Wide World of Sports.
And you can see the players so emotional. This game meant so much for them. They fought through so much adversity as well. And to come through what they were able to, they were down, they were up. Either way, the story of the game, they've got to look at these stats, is the turnovers that they were able to create.
That's right.
17 turnovers, you can see, as this Sparks team did not handle that aggressive defense that the Angels were able to put forth. And the Angels, on the other hand, dominating the rebounds.
Wow.
38.
Wow, doubled them up. But congratulations, they got it done. That's the most important thing. But I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun, Steffi. It's always great working with you. And you can see the Angels, they staved off the Sparks of Bridget Murphy. You've been watching 2012 AAU Girls Basketball Championship action. The Angels are victorious 53-46 over Saratoga for our entire production crew. And Michael Cain and Steffi Sorensen, I'm Eric Kohler saying so long from the beautiful ESPN Wide World of Sports. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.